Welcome to another video, Nez Nation. I am so excited to share this with you. I'm going to show you the last motion hearing, the last time all of these lawyers in the Cash Money G. Willis disqualification, Trump Georgia election interference case, the last time all of these guys were in a courtroom was a motion hearing under Judge Pussycat McAfee. And I want you to watch the GOAT, the best, the greatest of all time, the pit bull, Sadow, masterfully work the room, but more importantly, work justice, work the truth as he speaks from evidentiary and substantive proof, the real crux of this entire case and how it should have been dismissed a long time ago. It should have never been brought up. I'm going to also share with you the state's pitiful response to everything Sadow said. Her new team literally looks like she went to an Old Navy and just picked up two millennial guys who may have been studying law at some Georgia university. I don't know. DeSantis is there too, Jeff DeSantis. And wait till you hear his response. Also, I've got some juicy, amazing, huge news that you have to wait. I mean, just stick around. I promise you, if my word means anything, you're not going to be disappointed. I promise you. Just wait and stick around to the end of this video. Okay, just some context really, really quickly. So we had the disqualification hearing. Judge McAfee heard more arguments, and then he decided he was going to rule. We waited 2 weeks, on pins and needles, and then he decided it's got to be either Cash Money G. Willis goes or Nathan Wade goes. And of course, Nathan Wade resigns immediately, and Cash Money G says, "Oh, I'm definitely not going anywhere." She goes on all these interviews saying, my reputation is not in disrepair. I didn't do anything wrong. I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want, unheeding whatever. Essentially breaking every ethical code when it comes to being an officer of the court, especially somebody held to a highest standard like a district attorney. She literally just broke all of them, and she doesn't care. Why? Because she's a sociopath. And she only cares about herself. It's just a fact. Then Sadow files new motions. He files a motion with the Georgia State Appellate Court, the higher court. He recently filed an interlocutory, we went live and talked about this, appeal with 8 other defendants appealing directly to the higher court. We still have yet to learn what's going to happen from there. But Judge McAfee actually ordered a new court date, and they went into court because he wanted to hear the different motions. This is when Sadow filed the certificate of immediate review, and McAfee said, okay, we'll have a motion hearing. Remember, the disqualification case is over. This is a motion hearing. I will hear what arguments you have to present. So then I'm going to tell you what the judge decided from that. That was the last court appearance. I'm going to tell you what the judge. So what happened at the end of that? So what happened after he heard Sadow's argument, after he heard Fani's new, Cash Money G's new team's argument? What did he say? What was the final outcome? All of that to come. But first, let's watch the master.
Sometimes turns out to be mistaken. And in these contexts, even a false statement may be deemed to make a valuable contribution to public debate, since it brings about the clear perception and livelier impression of truth produced by its collision with error, citing U.S. Supreme Court. That's the essence of what we have right here. That's the facts that have been alleged. Essentially, the state's position is because, as alleged, what President Trump said speech-wise or expressed either through his speech or conduct, which is still freedom of expression. Because that's false in the eyes of the state, it's lost all protections of the First Amendment. And the concurring opinion and the dissenting opinion in Alvarez suggests just the opposite. If anything, under the circumstances, it needs more protection, not less protection. It's unconstitutional to force an accused, be it the President of the United States, former president, or anyone else, to stand trial on protected speech.
Well, essentially what the GOAT is saying, the pit bull, Sadow, Trump's attorney, he's saying that Trump's speech is protected under the First Amendment. That just because the state deems it false or unlawful does not mean that it's not protected under the First Amendment. He has the right to say whatever he wants to say under that amendment and under the case law. And he also cites Supreme Court cases to back that up. And he is saying that not only should it be protected, but it should be even more protected based on what, the law states. And the state's response is this. Check out this response. I'm baffled. You tell me.
To say we can't mention this particular act or this particular conduct because it's not a crime or it's protected by the First Amendment, the answer to that is actually, so what?
Wait. So what? So what? That's your argument? So what, Mr. DeSantis? I don't even understand what that, I'm like speechless here. That was his argument. To say that we can't talk about this and can't, use this conduct and say it's protected. So what? I mean, Cash Money G, is this really your team? These are the people that you want representing and fighting for you? I almost feel like Cash Money G would do a better job representing herself in this case than these cats. Am I nuts? What do you mean, so what? Like, what am I missing here? It seems completely off. And so after Sadow and Fani's new team basically issued their rebuttal, so what? The judge, so now what did the judge do? The judge literally just adjourned. Okay. Now this was over a week ago. Now this was like 4 or 5 days ago, right? Now, he might come up with a decision soon. He might, come up with a new ruling. He might say, I'm going to accept new evidence, or he might, I don't know. But right now, it was very abrupt. The ending was extremely abrupt. And he just said, we're adjourned. He didn't say when I'm going to give a decision. He didn't say timelines, no deadlines. And we still haven't heard anything. Now, so your boy Nez is going to keep you up to date on everything. So you have to stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you become a Nez Nation insider in the pinned comment. Now, the big juicy news that I have for you tomorrow morning, we have our very first interview guest from this Fulton County Fani Cash Money G. Willis debacle. Harrison Floyd, who is one of the co-defendants in this case that has been indicted by Cash Money G. Willis, is going to come on our show, and he says he's got some amazing evidence that is going to prove without a doubt that there is more fraud on the DA side than you'll ever find on Trump's side. So you got to stick around for that. We're going live, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. What is that? 11:30 a.m. East Coast time. So 8:30 Pacific, 11:30 East Coast. I'll leave a link to the stream so you can get notified. All you have to do is click on the bell and get notified. But it really behooves you to become an insider so you don't miss out, because I'm going to send an email as soon as we're about to go live. We're thinking 8:30-ish, maybe even earlier. So if you want to really make sure you don't miss anything and have an opportunity to ask Mr. Floyd some questions, because I want to take questions from you guys, you definitely don't want to miss that. The fireworks. Get your popcorn, Nez Nation. It's going to be explosive. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys. It's going to be awesome. Our very first guest from this entire Fulton County debacle. First, but definitely not our last, because I've been in talks with the Pitbull, Miss Merchant. I might even get Willis's the candidate running against her, Courtney Kramer. So we've got things cooking. Who knows? I might even get a body, or maybe even Judge McAfee. You never know who we're going to get. We're going to get this. This is just the beginning, y'all. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you tap that thumbs up. Make sure you share this out. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you become a Nez Nation insider. And I want to also hear from you. Let me know in the comments. What did you think? I'm still baffled by the state's response. So what? So what? What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, make sure you check out these videos. I just posted these today. This one's so good. Check this one out. I'm telling you. That one's awesome too. As always, Nez Nation, God bless you, your family, and God bless America. I'll see you soon.